Well, so you're not already on there,
Ah,
okay.
ready.
What,
Pindy?
what are you drinking, Terry? Is that a bit of nerve?
It's clear.
Okay.
You gonna open?
Well, welcome to our new venture. Based on our old CC3 tapes, we have had a lot of the tapes that we salvaged, and we've been now digitized, and we're going to be trying to start up a YouTube channel. So some of our products already been on. It's all based on our the old tapes that we salvaged from the old community channel, Kings Point Rattling Brook community channel, and the council arranged for them to be digitized, and we're hoping to present some of these, and we're getting a good reaction already. So Terry, we're just like old times, sitting back.
Yeah,
How we started off.
A long time since I've been in front of the camera.
Yeah.
There's probably a good reason for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we had to thank right after the Cove, and it came as a total surprise to myself, and I'm sure that to you
Yes,
too, Rob.
indeed.
That these tapes were being looked after. I know we carried them up to the council office initially, and they did try to get them put onto CDs,
Yes.
and it didn't work. So then Barry Matthews discovered them, that they were up there, found out through some sort of rumor or whatever, and he was gracious enough and interested enough that he brought those tapes down, and he had the equipment and transferred them to digital, and it's just
wonderful.
amazing. We didn't think there was anything left on the tapes after all this time.
You will see a lot of people on those that are no longer with us, and we also had so many people. It ran like from 1995, and we've had like 250 tapes that we salvaged. There's about 450 shows. Now some of them are good quality, not so good a quality, so you probably won't be seeing any of those. It's come to fruition now this way because of Barry, as Terry said. So we're hoping that you will enjoy these productions, and then feel free to comment on them as well.
Oh, yes.
Like and share.
Yeah, like and share, because the more we can spread them out, the better. No, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, well, now this is familiar territory. Now we're like old times. This has happened to us a good many times. I guess we're a little nervous.
This has happened before. But anyway, we're going to try to get those out, and hopefully people will enjoy them, and we can just see how it goes.
Yeah, actually, I think one of the first tapes we're going to give you after this is an interview that Terry and myself did with me, as about my grandfather's old pictures. So you'll see the difference in us, a little whiter, a little grayer maybe, and back in '95 that wouldn't happen, but this modern age, Terry gets a phone call in the middle of an interview.
Oh no.
So we got a blooper already.
Don't bring your phone on the set. Don't bring your phone on the set.
Black silver folds off the bay as a silhouette doryman leans o'er the bow to haul his first nets for the day. The last flush of light on a long summer's day fade from crimson to purple to green. Down the far western sky falls a curtain of night on a quiet cove falling asleep. The warm summer rain on a camp fishing stream.
Everybody, and welcome to another edition of Places We've Been. Now tonight Rob and I are going to take a trip back in time.
Way back.
How far back,
Way
Rob?
back. It's going to be early 1900s.
Early 1900s, so
Yeah, my grandfather, Knight, had a photo studio in Jackson's Cove, and it was set up from equipment that he bought, I think, from some company in St. John's. You know, and I got the camera. I should have brought the camera. That would have been a nice
camera, yes.
Some other night maybe.
Ill prepared.
Yes, the camera was built in Germany in 1904, and it's in just the same shape today as it was, I'm sure, when he got it in 1904. It's the old type camera where you throw your
Oh, with the black cloth over the head.
Yeah.
And
It was for the first time.
What the,
Yeah.
you can't see me, but you put up the
Yeah. Flash.
powder into
Powder,
a flash tray, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was for its time. It was a very modern camera because it had a timer on it, like you could set it to take pictures of yourself, self-portraits and stuff.
Oh.
For that early of a camera, it was pretty good. But what we'll more or less talk about the pictures as we go through.
Yes, we'll run through
It's most of the pictures are based in Jackson's Cove. Some of them are portraits of people, and there's also some footage of portraits in Springdale. Now, how I came about it, grandfather, of course, kept everything.
This was
Father
Knights of Old.
Knights of Old, yes,
Knights of Old.
And Dad kept everything. You remember when you dug up the foundation of England, sure, there was all kinds of old stuff in the cellar where we used to live.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Old medicine bottles and everything.
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic array.
He had cases of glass negatives were down in that cellar at one time. Cases of them. And some of the negatives were actual picture size, 5x7, 8x10 was the actual
So
size of the negative.
they were actually glass.
Glass, yeah. There was they used to come with an emulsion of some kind on them, and when they get exposed, you know. But that might make another show, because I got all that stuff down there as well. Maybe one of these days we'll do a...
Albert take
Yes,
a little...
he did.
I spent a
pictures
little
of it.
while at it
Yes, he
with,
did.
with glass negatives.
Yeah,
Very many glass negatives.
Yeah, we did Paul. Actually, these pictures are some of the ones that Paul did.
Is that right? Oh,
Yeah.
very good.
Anyway, my father, just before he died, asked me, you know, if I was the only one interested in photography at the time, so he asked me if I'd like to take it. Of course,
Rob, you
you know,
said.
yeah. Well, I don't know now, I'm sure.
Ow.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. But anyway, a few years before he died, actually probably 10 years before he died, he did give myself and Paul Burke, Paul from here, all the negatives, and Paul did them off for me. And what a fantastic job. And what we did was just contact prints, laid the negative right on paper. Paul just exposed an ordinary light bulb for like 10, 12 seconds, turned it off again, and the picture would develop. As soon as you put it in this solution, it was just fantastic. And the clarity of the pictures is just unbelievable. Now this probably won't do it as good a justice as you actually see the pictures. But if some of these pictures that were 5x7 negatives, you could blow them up the size of the wall behind us, and the clarity would be unbelievable. You'd think it was digital.
It's
It's unbelievable. It's amazing.
It's a whole nother show then.
Yeah, maybe. But
yeah.
like Paul, like I said, Paul did it off, and a few years ago I gave Paul the camera, and we also have it's a big enlarger. When it opens out, it's about 4 feet, but it all folds into a box, and it's got this accordion type stuff that folds out. So Paul set it all up and took some pictures of it. So I didn't want to be opening and closing a lot,
No.
but that stuff is in mint condition, unbelievable. But anyway, we're telling too many tales.
We digress.
Yeah.
We digress.
We'll show you some of the pictures anyway, give you an idea of what it was like back in Jackson's Cove in about I'm figuring 1910 area, 1905 to 1910 maybe.
Yeah, well, probably some of the viewers now, once they see some
Yes.
of the boats and
That's
the boats'
right,
names
yeah.
and some of the people,
There's-
and maybe able to
Burlington,
pinpoint it a little bit
yeah.
more there. I know there was some pictures of Morgan's Hotel, if anyone
Yeah.
can remember that, over
Yeah.
in Springdale. I can't, I'm way too young for that.
Oh, you poor little boy. I remember it.
Yeah, well, you're a lot
Yeah,
older.
that's right, yeah. That's old I am.
Yeah. Anyway, well, let's get right on into
Yeah.
into this subject now, and I think an antique show is going to be up and coming. I think it's time we did that.
That's a good idea.
An antique show.
Anyway.
Because
hope
you
you
got
enjoy
something,
it.
I got something. So let's get right into the footage now from Knights of Old, and called From Knights Photo Studio.
We have a fine looking gentleman on the screen there now. That's
Who
my
would this be?
grandfather, actually.
Your grandfather.
Yeah, and this is
And this group of people?
that's his brothers and sisters. Now, as for the names, I'm not entirely sure. But that's my grandfather in the center, Kenneth W. Knight.
Right there in the center.
Yeah, you'll see on a lot of his things there's KW Knight photographer.
Oh, down in the corner of
Yeah.
some of the shots.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so this is all brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters. Yeah, this is his studio.
That was down in Jackson.
Down in Jackson's Cove. That's grandfather in the doorway. Right over the window, you can see like there's a little piece out of the roof. he had screens set up there. That's how he used to get his light for
Okay,
developing his
reflect light
pictures.
into- Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a close up. Now this is not a real big picture, and but the clarity even there, you know, I don't know
yes.
how it's going to look now on the screen. This is a bay view. This is
Bayview
self-explanatory,
looks
of course.
Like Jackson's Cove, January
1906.
1906. So we were correct in our dating.
Yes, we were. Yeah. Now in the
Yes.
background there, you'll see that's looking across to where most of the knights lived,
Okay.
right up in the bottom end of Jackson's Cove.
Okay.
And there's
Schooner
a
there.
schooner, yeah. And look at the great old houses, boy.
Oh yes.
That's
So
obviously a
is-
winter scene.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that over where the government wharf is studio right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So I believe this old place is still here.
This whole place that people can't see what you're pointing
yeah,
at.
people can't-
Right about in
don't
the
put a
middle of
black
the
spot
screen.
into it. Don't put a black spot there.
Some of the spots you'll see, like, you may think they're objects, but where they're glass negatives, some of them have scratches.
Okay.
So you'll see the scratching.
So you'll
on
have
it.
to pardon me. You can't see me tap
Yes.
my finger on the screen.
I was going to do the same thing.
Gonna do
Then.
the same thing.
I was going to point at the studio. This is a closer shot of the same picture. So that's how close you can get. Now this is my great grandmother.
Great grandmother.
Yes, Sophie. She was Sophie Strong. She was in the beginning for 3 Arms. Now I've been told that the lady behind her is actually her servant. I can't be sure of that.
Yes, a lot of girls.
Because out in service, yeah. And this young lady looks a bit dark. She may even been from, down under somewhere. I may be absolutely wrong. It might be her daughter.
Yes.
Here again is you can just see the bow of a ship sticking out behind the front. In the front, there's a little wharf. Or there's another shot of it.
Okay, you
You
can see the
just see the-
mast of her there.
Yeah,
You can see the
and
mast
in a minute,
right in the
I think
center
I
and
zoom in here actually on the
ballast
stack.
there. Okay, yes, behind
So
the old
yeah.
ballast bed.
Yeah, so again is looking across Jackson's Cove. You can see the smoke coming out of the stack right by almost in the center of the picture.
Okay,
There's
it
the
is.
stack, yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, that's I'd say is one of the alphabet fleet, I guess they call them. Was it the Kyle or the Clyde or might even be back further than that.
Oh, could be.
Now, this is a larger ship. Again, there was a ship that went aground under with a load of coal, shipload of coal, and they say they left her there all winter, and the lovely people of Jackson's Cove helped them float her by taking the coal out of her.
Well, no, there you go. Kind enough to
Yes.
do that.
Yes, I think it was nice
That's
of
good
them.
Newfoundland hospitality.
Yes, it is wonderful. But again,
Got
like
the
you
boat
see the
out.
big scratch, and then there's another schooner just
Oh,
passing
yes,
by
right,
there.
just going into the.
Yeah.
To the
It
side
looks like the
screen.
boat is actually sailing, but it's not. That's me moving the camera.
There you go. You're good.
This was in my early days of photography, by the way, videography, whatever you call it. Now,
This is fine crew.
well, it's too bad we don't have names for them all, because grandfather, of course, died before before I even had a chance to really realize he had this stuff. But these are prim and proper ladies, and the children are like they're half scared. They don't know what's going to happen. They're probably
Bows
waiting
and
for the
boys
flash to blow.
looking at it, Yeah.
You know, is that something? Look at the tam.
Tam and the
Yeah.
really or
Yes,
really
yes,
bowl one.
yeah.
Different styles of change.
Isn't it something, eh? And I particularly where you one thing about these pictures, you won't see many smiles, and I don't know if that was because it took so long for the camera to actually get the picture. If you moved much, you know,
Yes, that's right. You had to
yeah, you probably had to stay more still than
the
you would.
exposure time was so
Sure, yeah,
so long.
yeah. But there's a fine-looking gentleman. Now that, yeah, I have a feeling that that's probably one of Grandfather's brothers. Like you see the background there, that's actually a mat.
Okay, so
You know?
he had actual backgrounds that he could.
Yes, but that's probably just thrown over the bridge. You know,
Okay.
They could be sitting on a chair. Now, this guy reminds me of Perry Warford.
Yeah, but
Huh?
the dark skin too, like the.
Yeah. The features. Yes, that's true. So it was. But see, Blake was a knight. Perry's grandmother was a knight, so it's quite
Okay.
possible that it's reasonable resemblance, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Now I don't know, and this guy looks reminds me a little bit of Perry too.
I can see a little bit there.
I see the resemblance.
Yeah.
Look at a beehive. Is there a bee in her bonnet?
I'd say there is.
But you know, like Their hair is done perfectly. Look at the
Sunday
posing.
best. Look at the collar
Yeah,
on
of
that
course.
one.
Yeah.
The part.
Now the guy on looking at the screen now on the left reminds me of Chester
this
Knight.
guy.
Yeah, like and Selby, that crowd. So that could be Selby's grandfather. I'm kind of thinking it might. So I think it's Samuel. Yeah, and again, this is a another side of the Knight family, obviously. Yeah, it's too bad we don't have
idea who
names.
this is
No,
there,
I don't know.
Just
No.
a way
There's
of a
some,
picture.
yes, there's some that I as we go along, I think we might be able to name. But now this is,
Oh,
take a look on the roof.
Oh, I see a barrel. Is that a barrel?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's sort of like a rain barrel for collecting the
Catch-
water, right?
collect water. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know where they tell me that that's in Jackson's Cove or Harry's Harbour, but it almost as if it was a hotel of some kind. That's the people that are on the front bridge.
That roof, look there over that. What I'm assuming
Isn't that
to be
something?
a porch. Look like
Yeah,
a garage.
it is. Yeah,
Okay, there. Oh, there's a shot of the barrel there.
yeah. I assume that's like I said to catch the rainwater and see the blinds in the window.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, that wasn't a really big picture.
Unknown.
Yeah, unknown. But again, some of the I put features too, like the upwards that from that area maybe
I'm no good at that. I was
All
never
right.
any good at that. Okay, what's
Now,
happening there? This is a cracked lip.
yes, this is a glass negative that's broken, but I went ahead and developed it because it was probably
Look
they
at
were out
that
for a Sunday
beautiful
cruise.
little
You see the
boat.
family are all out in the boat. Isn't that nice? What a yes, boy. And look at the size of some of the houses there, boy. Amazing.
Yeah,
And
well,
again,
it
that's
must be
taken
like a-
in the corner of the cove. That's one of the main night inhabitants.
Probably any good.
Right.
Take an extreme 7-foot ceiling upstairs.
Probably. Yeah. That's right. And that was the reason for that. Was the heat. It was easier to heat and that type of thing. And nights were short.
Yeah, nice.
Some of those short nights.
The nights are long in the winter.
Yeah, that's right. Long in the winter.
There's this fine job.
Now I don't know what I think I have a close up here of his
That's
regalia. Yeah, like, it looks like Fulton LOL, Loyal Orange Lodge, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Not it. What's that called there? Oh no, I've got my grandfather.
Yeah, I don't remember. Not their sash, but no, I don't remember what it is. But
Anyway, we know
yes,
what it is.
it's not hardly clear enough to pick out other than that. Now here we have a pulp ship, I think they call it, or it could even be coming for pit props for the mines, right?
Okay.
It's a German ship
You
and
pronounced
looks of gel, I think it is.
that. Looks so
I don't think anybody will say that I'm wrong.
Any Germans
You
in
can
the
see,
audience?
any Germans in the audience. You see the people on the booms of logs or whatever it was on the side of the boat, passing them up and loading the. And on a ship you can see there's a crane after hoisting something there.
Sling of,
Now,
4-foot wood up,
yes,
by the looks of it.
and I don't know exactly the year of this picture, and I'm not even sure if it's Jackson's Cove. It could even be Springdale. Again, you can see ladders going up the side of the boat.
Looks to be a fairly big wharf, so I don't know how big a wharf Jackson's
Yeah,
Cove had.
yeah,
Fairly extensive wharf.
yeah. I don't know if that was a wharf actually. I think that was boom there. You trying to find the side?
Yeah,
That was the logs they were loading. That was it floating in the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a big boom of logs or whatever it was. Now that's that might identify where the ship was from too. I'm saying Germany. It may not have been. And again, you see they got a pile of logs up there now, and they don't look to be long. See there's the part of the boom.
The boom is there.
Yep,
All right, I see
yep.
what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yeah, like
What looked like a wharf.
yeah, what looked like a wharf. I don't think it was now.
So she's
But yeah, you can see now it's much better there. Look, they're on a
offshore.
platform, or maybe it might even be a platform. Yeah,
She's anchored offshore.
it's a big boat, though, isn't it? Again, exactly the date I wouldn't be able to tell, but like these weren't really large pictures, but again, it'll give you some idea of the clarity, for like 100-year-old pictures. I don't know again for sure who these people are.
No idea who they are.
Actually, that may be no, that's not what I'm thinking about. Anyway, I think later on we'll see some pictures of in Springdale of Ruth Ann Burton's grandmother or great-grandmother.
Oh, I see.
Grandmother, I guess.
Okay.
I think that's the gentleman who had the LOL.
Oh, the LOL
yeah.
sash on. We'll call it a sash. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Look at the purse hanging out of her side there. Look.
Oh, yes, the little
And
chain
the
purse.
flower. Look.
Must be almost like a wedding picture or something.
Well, see, I don't know. I think the grandfather was one to try to dress up pictures, like trying to be professional about it. And he probably had a lot of this stuff. He used to just hang on him. He probably had a lot of gear.
Props for.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I know that I got some of the props that he used. I got a couple of them that I've seen in these pictures. I got them down there, like the roller for rolling out his pictures. He used that on a table there at one point.
Okay, so to make everybody look kind of equal in stature.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Give them all good looking.
Yes. Now this is see, like you throw in a table with a cloth over it, and that guy's probably leaning on it and they're holding on to the book type of thing, right? To make it look like, I don't know. I guess he was just, like I said, trying to be professional. I even got some of the books that he used, like how to take pictures type of thing. Now this guy reminds me of Don Batson.
Yeah, the mustache would do it.
The mustache would do it, yes, sir. Yeah.
Done, yeah.
So it could very well be that it's a Batson. It's quite possible.
Okay, yes, he's using the book there now.
Yes, he's just that's a prop. But I was on the picture, so I just zoomed in on it too. And there's a great load of fish, boy.
Okay,
Huh?
handbar taking.
Handbar and saltfish.
None of that left around now.
I wouldn't say. No. That's the old gentleman. I'd say that's great grandfather Henry, with the beard.
Okay, the fellow in the
He
bottom
lived to be
corner now.
and he was a very short gentleman. Like I said, the nights were short.
Nights were short, yeah.
Yeah, that's the long and short of it. Again, we got a flower pot in the back. You'll take notice there, and on a little table, and his tarp or whatever you call it is thrown over the back.
Oh, there, everybody gussied up.
Yes, boy. Yep.
The best.
And that fellow even got a little smile. How'd he get away with that? He actually looked happy to have his picture taken. That's one thing I noticed by going through these pictures. There was very few smiles. Yeah. And again, I don't know the reason for that. And here now you can see where it's draped over a bridge or something over to the
Okay, you
right
can
of the
see the
screen.
clapboard up in the upper corner
Yes,
there. You
yeah.
can see the clapboard of the
Yeah.
building.
So he probably got his background thrown over a bridge or something. Or a brudge.
A veranda.
Yeah, there you go.
The rail of the veranda.
Mhm.
Two ladies, unknown.
Yeah.
Don't know who they are.
No. Again,
Assuming that most of these, well, all of these so far are from them.
I'm thinking they are. Yes, that area.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah. Look at his purse again. Look.
Attached to the belt.
Yeah. Something in her hand too.
A handkerchief or something.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yes, by they were off and they're fine.
Aha.
Now this is. I'm not sure if this is grandfather or not, but you see the rifle
I
on
do.
his side.
I
That's
do.
all sealskin clothes. The pants, the
Yes.
boots, the orcs, I'd say. I'm not sure. I guess yeah, maybe even the boots. I don't know.
The boots look like they got a tap.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And there's
There's
the
the
gun.
rifle.
Yeah. We had I believe Rod's got it now. A 1917 carved in the barrel of a 22. So a small rifle.
No idea who this is.
No, I'm not entirely sure. No. Now see that little roller, that
Okay,
little
little
knob
handle
there?
there, yeah.
That's actually like a paint roller style thing, and he used it for rolling the emulsion into the pictures and stuff.
Okay, rolling across the negatives.
And there's KW Knight. Now that was in the corner of his background, so it was on all the pictures, right?
Oh,
like,
okay. Just
back
the same
then-
as we do it today with
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Now this is, from what I understand, is two sailing ships, and it's taken. The picture's taken from another one on the way to the seal hunt. And like I said, I just got that on hearsay, but you can just see the race to the front. I call it.
surging right along.
You can see the wire or rope or whatever on the ship the picture was taken from, huh? And why I guess is a bit blurry is because they're moving. And here again is some of his handiwork with photography. You see on the bottom of the picture, it looks like the boat is sailing right along. That's actually scratched in the glass negative.
Okay, yeah, from here I can get right up alongside of it, and it looks like it's retouched, yeah?
Yeah,
Scratched
it is.
in, looks like
That's all it is, yeah. He scratched it in to make it look like the boat was moving.
oh, well,
So he's a little ingenious as well.
what a bluff.
Yes, what a bluff.
What a bluff.
Just like the knights of old and the knights of now.
And I'm going to tell you something else now that looks there. That sail looks like he's painted in.
Yeah, well, see, he might have been moving, right? But in the picture, if something was moving, it would have created the blur look.
Okay, yes.
And that looks like the captain there with the lady
yes.
captain.
Yeah.
So no doubt they're probably out for a Sunday afternoon ride, or yeah. There's a fine looking hairdo. Huh?
Hairdo, yes, sir. Curly hair.
Donald Trump. Donald Trump style. It was way back then, boy. Imagine. Now this is a minister, of course, with the collar. I did have the guy's name, but I'm not entirely certain enough to say that. There was a minister apparently lost between Harry Zabber and Nicky's nose. Maybe that's the Jackson Cove at one time. Now this is Chester's family. That may even be Chester. Chester Knight. Yeah, that's Selby's father.
Stern looking
yes,
little
bye.
girl, isn't she?
Why are you taking my picture? I guess, like I said, the flash and everything was a little intimidating, and yeah, it's like imagine the first car somebody seen going down the road. Yes, spoiler. Yeah, that's Chester's crowd, I think. Again, I wish that we had some way of verifying all these pictures.
Yeah, it'd be good.
See, again, those features, some of the features, you'd almost have to, yeah. I missed so many opportunities now that, you know, like most of these people their families are probably even gone. Now that looks like a Batstone lady because my grandfather was married at one time to a Batstone. Now this is the one I like to call my family tree. I went down by and searched for that rock because you see that's a big tree rooted
in the rock up there, yeah.
In the rock, right? So that's why I call it my family tree. And it looks like they thought it was too because they're climbing all over it.
I'm sure somebody knows where that's to.
Yeah.
Down there.
Yeah. Well. Imagine.
Extending down over there.
Yeah.
Somebody knows where it's at.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
It may not even be exactly in Iceberg, maybe somewhere
yeah.
around the coast, something
yeah.
like that.
Well, it was likely to be Jackson's Cove because, and I was thinking it would be likely to be up around the Knight property, right? But, yeah, there's still a few options of showing this to a few people might recognize it.
Oh, yes, someone knows where it's at. So this is just a
this is just different. Yeah, I was trying to get a close-up of some of those people, yes. Because the reason I made this video, I did this one about, oh gosh, 5 years ago, I should say. I just got the pictures out and did it. And the purpose of it was to be able to take it around and show it to anybody who I thought might identify some of the people,
okay,
right?
Yes, yeah.
And I'd have something, rather than taking the pictures out and going through them all, this would give me an opportunity to play it and stop it and replay it and that type of thing if there's anybody recognized, right?
Good idea. But you've never followed up on it, have you?
Obviously.
No, that looks to me like another gun there.
Yes, boy. It just might be.
Yeah. Looks like these old
Might
man stock
be,
with a shotgun or something.
Yeah. It was a great old tree.
Yes, sir.
Great old tree.
Surely somebody would know.
Now this is, see, I guess scratched in the side of a good catch.
Oh,
And
yes,
right on the right
basket.
of the screen there, you see the rod going through the fish. You got a staff or something, and there's a fish hanging down in the middle of it.
Okay, yeah.
That's a bit of a.
Right there in the boat.
I
yeah.
can see why he calls it a good catch.
Yes.
Yeah. There it is. There, look closer. I suppose it is a fish, isn't it?
Looks to be fishy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Job to tell. We'll call it a fish anyway.
We'll call it a fish. And they did have that scratched in there, a good catch. So Oh yeah, that's a big old cod, I'd say, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks like she's right full down the Mitchell Road.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a couple of fellas
Wait,
peeking
start
out.
cutting
Yeah,
tongues
wait,
again
start.
there.
The young fellow there, I'd say, is a tongue man.
He's gonna start cutting
Eh?
tongues, yeah.
And I like see what's what marked up over there. HOWF.
HOWFA.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the fisheries union or anything, I suppose. And there's look at the hoops around the barrel, Terry.
The wooden hoops on the barrel, yeah. Old Kelly there
Yes,
coming
boy.
in.
Yeah. That's all from that same picture there. Now that little picture. Now there's a boat again.
There's one right there.
I hope this comes through as it's not really clear anyway, but I was trying to figure out what that was. I don't know, HILOF or LIT. I don't know. Now I think we're maybe moving into some of the Springdale here. I don't know though. No, that fellow's a Jackson's Go fellow, I think. I can't determine. It was around 1917, I think. Grandfather moved to Springdale.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, he used to work with the Newfoundland Post and Telegraph, and probably where I get the postal thing in me. But he was how he learned telegraphy was him and his brother bought an old set from Middle Arm, and they set it up between their houses, and that's how they learned telegraphy. His brother ended up working here in Kings Point in the Newfoundland Post and Telegraph, and grandfather ended up in Rabbit's Arm was called when he got the call to go to work. He was back at Kings Point caribou hunting. That's where he was.
Ridge.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, and he got the call to go to
Rabbit's Arm.
Rabbit's Arm. Yeah.
So you've dug fairly extensively into your history.
I've done a little bit of rooting around, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before I continue, this is the Strathcona. That's Dr. Grenfell's boat.
Yes,
And when I was going through some of the old stuff, I found a Christmas card to grandfather from Dr. and Mrs. Grenfell. Actually from Sir Wilfrid and Lady Grenfell.
Is that
The
right?
Christmas card was from them. And that's their boat he used to travel around in.
Yes,
Yeah.
Strathcona.
Mm.
And could you make out what that is in the bottom corner there? DSF?
No, I'm not sure.
So he was practicing doctor then, so he was visiting these communities too?
There we go. SS Strathcona, St. Anthony.
Okay, so that's where that's to then.
I would say it's probably where the picture was taken. Actually, there's a picture of him. I don't know if I got it on here or not. Well, I'll just give it a little bit first to see. Because,
Rum?
it looks like rum, doesn't it? DSF.
Rum.
TS. Yes, boy, there you go. That was his medicine, probably. No, is that RNM? That's RNM, isn't it?
The hen would be back.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, yeah. And this looks like a fine load of lumber. You see the track going out on the left of the screen. Yes, the trolley car for loading with supplies, no doubt.
Lumber there.
See, they might be building. That might be building the hospital in St. Anthony.
Could have
His
been.
grandfather was one to go around and do these things. He recorded a lot of history, boy. But I say a lot of it was lost when they had negatives damaged. Twillingate Hospital and things, But I mean that's a beautiful shot. That is a beautiful shot. I'd say that's where it is too, Terry, St. Anthony, and it's probably the lumber they were using to build the missions and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. My grandfather was a pretty industrious fellow. He used to supply herring nets to the fishermen in Springdale, and then he'd.
Hey, well, we got a kayak.
That's Dr. Grenfell.
That's Dr.
Yeah,
Grenfell.
he was
So we can still
an avid
assume that
kayaker.
that's probably up in
In
St.
St. Anne, I would say it is, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, grandfather used to supply nets to the fishermen. He'd buy the nets for them, and they'd give him a part of their proceeds.
Oh, I see.
So he was a little.
Barter
Yes,
system,
yeah,
which
yeah.
was alive and well at them time.
Mm.
That's fine.
Yes, boy, that's apparently Dr. Grenfell. He was a kayaker, from what I hear.
Ah,
Yeah, and again, that's flakes in the back, I'd say.
yeah.
And this is
Loyalty
in.
on dock in
Well, that's in
1907.
Silverdale. You know where? Okay, I think Uppers live there now. Right in the corner of Silverdale. Kelly's. Yeah, where George Kelly and him live. George lives up to the left
No
of the
good
screen.
point, Rob.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Left his chair and got
Well,
up and
yes,
walked
sure.
way over to the monitor.
See, that's what's Kelly used to live there. Paula
I don't know.
Upward lives there now, and they got the house remodeled. But you see, the boat is they pushed her off right in the cove. Now, where are we to now, boy? I'm lost.
That looks to be much the same area. That's the boat.
Oh, that's the
there.
boat. Yes, it was just as too late. Yeah,
It's just as close up.
it's so close you can't make it. There's
Just
little
avoid it,
holes.
yeah.
Yeah, she was a fair-sized boat. Built right up to the house.
Yes, she was too.
Huh? They used to practice, but I don't know how they used to run them off, but they could certainly do it.
Rough
It
ice.
is, yeah, rough ice, just like we're looking at out in the bay right now.
Okay.
Yeah, now you see a fellow's head in the foreground.
Okay, you
Just
yeah,
see
you
his
look along
head.
the black there and then there's a bump.
I'm thinking that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's the houses in the background, huh? And again, this is well, somebody's fence. Obviously, you'd almost think it was a night shot, but it is a night shot.
Night shot, oh
But
gosh.
it's an NIGHT shot.
Oh gosh, it is. Will the night ever end?
Yes, well, the night, long night.
Okay, so that's just some.
Yeah.
Just some
That-
you did
that-
do
that
some
is-
scenery too, then.
Oh yes, yeah. Again, yeah, it is somebody. 'Cause you see,
Yeah,
you can see
the
the shape
outline
of
of
him
his
better now. Look.
Body.
Yeah. And this is interesting.
Okay. Where
This
we
is
to
a
now?
water mill, and I
Good.
say a good many people from this area have been stood where that mill is. That's the down in the Barrens. That's where
Okay,
that's
down
Barnes
below
Brook.
Johnny White's field, that
Down
area,
past that,
Barnes Brook.
right on the Barnes Brook.
Down below the
That's
Barnes Brook.
that's the water wheel. Part of it actually you want to go and see in
Yeah, I've heard
Thomas's
it's,
garden down there.
Yeah,
Now
well,
Josh got it set up there.
one of the wheels
Yeah,
there, yeah.
part of the wheel. That mill was originally built in Corner Brook in 1899, and the first year they had it there, the dam broke, they had a big flood and washed it out. So they moved it down to the Barrens. And well, when they were clearing out into Corner Brook there for the little park they were going to have there, I got a pick pole that they rooted up from the ground there, part of a pick pole. So I'd say it's where they used to push the sticks out or whatever.
Oh, it's Corner Brook.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And this is the mill now down to the Barrens, and obviously it was a family thing going
Knight
on.
said that, eh?
And looks, yeah, my great grandfather actually, Henry Knight. And the women are involved there and everything. That was probably, I imagine they used to probably even come up there and camp there when they were in full swing.
Well, I'd say
It was a big setup. You
you
can see they're propped up. I say that's where the water used to come down, probably. Yeah. Just great grandfather.
Picture of that in this Moments in Time.
Yes,
book.
there was. Yeah, that's actually one of the pictures. That probably is the picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now again, that's a close up of that picture where I was trying to see if I
Pick out
could.
certain folks.
Yeah, yeah. And on the front of on the pile of lumber there, you'll see K.W. Knight,
K.W.
photographer.
Yes, boy.
He was a jack of all trades, and master of many. There he is now. That's my grandfather with his first wife,
Okay, so that was the first picture.
Fanny
that we looked
Batson.
at,
She
too.
was.
He was in the first picture.
Yeah, but that's not the same picture. Yeah,
No,
no,
he
that's
was
right.
in
He
the
was in the
first
same. Yeah, she died when she was 25. She, like I said, she was Fanny Batson, and
As did a lot of people then.
Oh,
early
yes,
on
yeah.
At that time.
yeah, and they had one child, and that child came up here to live with Uncle Wes, who was the other telegraph operator in Kings Point. That's grandfather again, and there she is again. Now this is the Newfoundland Post and Telegraph in Kings Point.
That's
Where-
out on the point out there.
On the
isn't it?
point, yeah. I don't remember which of those buildings is the post. The post office was in, but I think there's the furthest one to the left. Burt's, is it? Would that have been Burt's? I wonder. Like I said, I think it was
no idea. That's just
Wallace.
mill there.
Wallace Snyder was. He had a wooden leg. Now that's the mill.
Thistle's Mill, isn't it?
This I suppose it must be Thistle's Mill. Like I don't know who would have had one after. But now my grandfather didn't take this picture. This is not one of grandfather's pictures. This is a picture that's circulating in Kings Point.
Okay.
Yeah, I just happen to have a
Just
copy of it.
incorporated in there.
Yeah.
I don't see any markings to say that it was supposed to have
Well,
a big sign.
I don't know if no, that's right. They didn't have much in the flashing sign market.
Look at the fence around the
Yeah.
piece of property, though. Look.
Yes, boy. Everything was fenced in. See.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking a while ago about the amount of snow. It don't seem like as much snow now as it used to be. But the reason there was so much snow then, every man had a fence.
Oh yeah.
Every man had a snow fence,
Yeah.
basically. Now this, I think, is Burlington. In a minute I'll tell you why I think it's Burlington, because look at the
4, 5,
busy
6,
spot,
I
what?
see 6 schooners there.
yeah. There's
Wow.
that was
Busy times.
busy
days of
time.
old.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Like people who are more familiar with Burlington probably, or then maybe
where
someone
this
can
is
tell us
different.
exactly where it is.
But the hills are pretty barren. 'Cause you
They
see
are.
that house up there on the side of the
Yeah.
hill there.
But see, like that could have been fire or anything. They might have, been wiped out or
I have no idea where
No.
that'd be to.
a lot of stages there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like it would be against the ridge, on the opposite side of the ridge. Maybe it's not. But this is why I thought it was Burlington, because you see the bridge. They said they had a footbridge there at one time.
Okay, down across the river there.
I guess so. Yeah, right there, look. Look at it. Look at the little sailboat right on the far left.
Looking more like Burlington now, all the same.
Aye?
It's looking more like
Is
Burlington.
it? Yeah. I'm not really familiar with it, but look at the ships. By that, never nice, eh?
Yes, sir.
They were probably all getting fitted out in for the fishery, or maybe just back from the fishery. Or I guess they used to head to the Labrador, did they?
Labrador, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. All pointing the same way, certainly. We're supposed to
Tide, whatever way tide
lower it
or
off in the
was.
wind, yeah. It's a fairly good sized place. Up around the harbour. Oh, we're going to take a pan along the picture by the look of it. But look at the big building in the center there. I mean,
comment on that,
it's obviously a place where there was a merchant or a business or
fish buyer or something.
yeah,
there, I
fish
guess.
buyer or supplier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or factories, because there was little factories.
Oh,
all
look,
along
could
the
it have been herring
everywhere,
factories?
yeah.
That's true. Lobster or rabbit
barrel
canner.
or-
And,
barrel factory.
yeah,
There's factories
that's
everywhere.
true.
Then.
Yes. Yeah, but again, this is like early 1900s, and it's pretty obvious here by the vessels you're looking at there. And the bridges. It looks like it would have only been the footbridge then, certainly.
Yes.
I'd say. Now again, this is the same picture, but it's a closer look up at the boats. Yeah. Look, even their little boats were sailboats. You see the one on the side,
Yeah.
on the right there.
They all
obviously-
carried a mast
yeah.
in one sail,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, look at the barrels
Stood
on the back of that
counter
one.
and stern of that one.
Aye?
Fella stood there in the stern. Look.
Yeah, so there is. Yeah, boy, yeah.
Can't get in to see the name.
And there's another one. Yeah, you can see the people on that one too,
Yeah.
huh? No, I don't know if they had the names on them then. I wonder, did they? I wouldn't say they
They
did.
were all named. That was that.
They're all named, but I wonder, did they carry the name on the stern of them like they do now, or? I don't know. There's always like there's Jack's boat or there's Tom's boat.
Oh, a furrier.
Now this is Joshua LeDrew, Springdale. That's now that's not the guy who used to have the shoe repair business. I'd say it was his father. No, not LeDrew. Yes, it was LeDrew. Yes, or was it Gillard?
That was Mink there, wasn't it?
Mink and no, it was Link and Fox. Now this is the Ruth Hickman. That's a fair sized boat, as you can see. Oh, we got a little bit of technical difficulty there. Now that should straighten itself out. There we go. That look at the people around. That's where they were about to launch her. The first time she was launched, she didn't go. She fell off her cribbing.
Oh, I see.
So they put her back on, and she was on dry dock an extra year or so anyway for them to fix her up. And as you can see, she was a good size boat,
Good sized boat, yeah.
and that's built in Dock Cove in Springdale. Now you can look in the background, you can see the,
just
you
up
can see the
past
cove.
where the government wharf
Yep,
to,
yep.
yeah.
I believe she's a 3-master, and on her first maiden voyage, she went to the West Indies with a load of salt fish, and coming back, she had a load of salt for home, of course, and the Germans boarded her and ordered the crew off and scuttled the ship, sunk her. I was told by a gentleman from Springdale that Bert Parsons, who lived in the home in Springdale, he's dead now, Bert, knew who salvaged her, because what happened when the salt dissolved, she was so dry after being on dock so long, she floated.
She
Refloated. Yeah, wouldn't sink.
Is that right?
Yeah. Now this is
what
a
a surprise, eh?
yeah.
Down the line, up comes the spark.
Yes, that's Main Street, Springdale. There, there's a lady you just saw was what Aunt Poppy Inder, and there you go there. You see the jug in her hand. She's on her way up from church, and she was to the spring now, of course, on her way up. There's the spring in Springdale used to be on the front road.
Okay, yeah,
So they
by
used
the old Green Bay Wholesalers building.
Yeah, now that's what you're calling Morgan's Hotel, right back there, and you may be right. Just center of the screen
I'm not able to tell
with
you
the
for
queer-shaped roof.
I wouldn't
That's
be
right,
able
they're
to
all
tell you for
queer-shaped
sure.
roofs.
Like I said, I've never seen it. I just heard people talking about it.
And here's the church coming up now.
Looks like
Right in the foreground there now is right behind that first house you see in the foreground is where my father built his house. That's Sims's Lane, going down back of Rifts. There's the church
yes,
way
really,
back
yeah.
there. Though.
What church is that? That's the United Church.
That's the United Church. That's the old United Church, actually.
Where the one is to now, or?
The one that's there now is out towards the road more.
Okay.
Yeah, it's built in
Okay,
front of
built
the other
in the
one.
same area.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Again, where that garden is going down through on the bottom of the screen, that's Sims's Lane. Now Sims's Road in Springdale.
Really?
Yeah. We're going to be looking now. That's where Ken lives now. Looking at right where Ken lives.
That garden
Yeah.
there that was there
Yeah.
then.
That's right. That's the Wheeler's place there, and
Oh,
going
down
out towards the
Wheeler's.
wharf. Yeah.
Okay, he had a
Yeah.
little wholesale business or something
Yeah.
going, didn't
Yeah. And you look up the top of the screen, you see a boat tied down.
he? Oh, yes, all keeled
You
over,
just
yeah?
can see the. Now right here, this is where that chimney is. That's Stead Jenkins' house. He used to be. My uncle Fred now has a house there.
Yes,
And you're looking right at the government wharf. The big place in the center of the screen, I think that's the herring factory. And you see this puff of smoke coming out of one of the stacks there. That's a mill, steam mill. That's all along the front road now, the
all down
marina
the front road
section,
where
would
all
say.
the fellas get their boats hauled up
Yeah,
to there
you
now,
see-
in front of the Masonic Lodge and that place.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, there's the mill now right in the center. And there's another building that I'm not sure is that building in the center there now.
There's another good shot in there.
Yeah, there's that
that's
boat.
another good shot of that schooner hauled
Yeah,
down to
tied
the wharf
down.
now. Look, for the
Now you
Dewey
see
Fair.
right the
Do
buildings
work
is coming
thing
into
on it.
view there now. On the right of the screen, the middle right
Yeah.
there. That could be the herring factory as well. I'm not sure which one it is. That set of buildings or the first one I showed you. There's a
Really?
closer shot of the mill. See the big stack
Yeah.
coming up.
Fences going everywhere, dividing everybody's property.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah. Now my grandfather's house is on one of these pictures somewhere. My grandfather Huckster. Now this is a guy seeing peering over the head
Here,
of peering. I hope.
We don't know.
No.
The photograph wasn't that clear.
No, that's right. That's right. We didn't bother to go for a close up on that one, just in case it wasn't peering.
We'll just assume it was peering.
He was peering over the boat looking for his mooring. Oh my.
Well,
But
that
he
was
watched his hands.
That was a beautiful look back. That was.
Wasn't it? But I must say, I was even impressed with it. That I thought, again, I hope the quality came across.
Oh, but
It's
that's
difficult to,
Yeah.
you know.
But as with every
When
time you re-record,
Yes,
you
exactly.
lose
You
so
do lose
much.
some of the
Lose.
contrast and the clarity of the pictures. But I must say I enjoyed doing that. That was interesting.
Yeah,
And
it
the
was
voiceover part.
It was nice, yeah.
We did it in one take.
Some nice, lovely old pictures,
Yeah.
and I'm sure there's people out there now just going, jumping up and stabbing at their television just as we were doing.
Yeah.
In there, you know, you look at this spot right here,
Yeah.
and fingers pointing, and
Yeah,
making all kinds of
Getting that,
motions at it.
you couldn't see our fingers where we were pointing. And but it's a new experience for us. That is a big
It was so, yeah. all kinds of
Hopefully
new
it worked
stuff
out
on the go.
okay.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it, and as we said, we're going to we'll be probably doing an antique show before the season ends.
Yeah,
for
it's
this
a
year.
good idea. Good way to finish up, maybe even, you know.
Yes, a good way to
We
finish
probably
up.
could even do it live.
There's a what have we got left to come up by? There's a fishing show. I spent a night on a mackerel boat,
Oh, yes, yeah.
so we've got that, and still more footage.
We
to
have
go
a few
yet.
more exciting shows for you.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for watching, and tune in next week for some other.
Places we've been.
Thank you
Or
very much.
places we've seen.
Places we've been, places we've seen. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
The first rays of sun leaning over the rim touch the black silver folds of the bay as a silhouette dory man leans on